So you've heard of Homelander, you've heard of Omni-Man, but they're both not completely one-to-one with Superman. Let's take someone who's got a much more similar personality to the big boy in blue, and, make him go crazy. That's the premise of a specific comic I just finished reading called Irredeemable. The character in question that I just mentioned is called the Plutonian. Today I'm going to be yapping about what I like about him. Or, I guess the comic. Him too. This guy was weird, dude. I read the entire comic thinking, is he good? Is he bad? Is he good? Is he bad? Is he good? But it really seesaws a lot. Like, you'd think the character would be in one camp, I guess. My ass never hearing about a fucking character tinged in gray. Well, the Plutonian essentially is just this beefy guy who is very, 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 very similar to Superman, the boy in blue, Clark. He's got a similar personality, he's got a similar vibe to him, he's got the same type of trust demonstrated. You know, he's got all those features. But thing after thing after thing just drove him mad. Especially his origin. His origin was weird. We're not going to get into that. Today, I just want to discuss, essentially, things that have happened because of him. Goodness, I have done nothing but fill in time with yap. Sorry, I like talking, I guess. I do like talking. Anyways, we're here to talk about Irredeemable and not me. My proclivity to talking. First scene I want to talk about. Singapore. There is a meeting of all the presidents that are still around after the Plutonian did whatever the fuck. Literally, you read the first chapter of the comic and you get that. We're not going to be talking about that. We're going to be talking about the president of Singapore. So we're having this talk of all the world leaders. They're all in one big room trying to discuss what they want to do with the Plutonian, essentially. Do they want to deal with him? Do they want to take care of him, pay him back for all the stuff he's done? What do they want to do? The Plutonian hears this and flies in, talking to pretty much everyone. Flies in, babbles. I heard everyone's comments about me, and I choose this one specific country to worship me, because they were one of the countries that was like, we love the Plutonian, he's done so much for us, we just want to make things right and maybe bring you back to the light, I guess. Show you how valuable you are. Show you how much we love you. Bro was like, alright. Sounds pretty cool. Let me go visit now. He doesn't visit. He flies away to like a fucking asteroid belt or something and starts pelting this. I don't know what the city is called. I'll probably have it up on screen. Yeah, so as I was looking into it more, apparently it wasn't any specific city in Singapore. He sunk the entirety of the country Singapore into the ocean. And on that paper trail, I kept looking into it, and apparently there's another comic where Singapore also gets destroyed. It's called The Authority. So I know what we're going to be reading next. But he pelted the capital of Singapore with meteorites for like 20 straight minutes. Kills thousands and thousands and thousands of people. Probably close to millions. I mean, I think he does kill millions. It's probably stated in the comic. I'll have it on screen. But, yeah. Pelts Singapore. And then, the rest of the Justice League, quote-unquote Justice League, they're called the, Damn, everything is slipping my mind as soon as I start talking about it. So, this universe's version of the Justice League shows up, trying to save as many people as possible. They're doing their thing, saving people, doing a great job. Then, the Plutonian shows up. What does he do? Nothing. He tells one of his old allies, one of his old friends, Cubit, you have to pick 10 people. And then Cubit gives him a look of shock. I'll put that up on screen. 10 people, but there's millions here. We gotta save millions. And he said, pick 10 people. Cubit, knowing he doesn't have any option, reluctantly picks 10 Singaporean citizens to save. He thinks it's to save them. Tony kills all 10 of them. Tony kills all 10 of them. The Plutonian kills all 10 of them. And you know, lets him save the rest. What the fuck? You're just torturing one of your oldest friends for no reason. And this guy has faith in the dude throughout the entire comic somehow. Nah, I would have gave up right then and there. He made me kill 10 innocent Singaporeans for no fucking reason. So anyways, that was case 1. Case 2. After Plutonian starts his riots and shit, one of his older friends, Volt, I think his name's Volt, I don't know. The way he talks in the comic, he just says like, he's the black guy with electric powers. Go figure. Yeah, he's funny. I like Volt, or his name. I don't remember his name. I remember Cubic and Modius and Plutonian. Anyway, semantics. Volt. So, Volt arrives, talks to Tony, and explains himself. He asks Tony, why are you doing this, man? We've known each other for so long. We've done so much good. I'd give my left arm for you. I love you. You're everything. Why did you do this? And then really emphasizes that I'd give my left arm for you. You know how Plutonian replies? Oh, let's call it even. I'm going to put this panel on the screen so you can just process. I had a lot more cases, but I just want to talk about these 3 specific ones because they're fucking crazy. A little later in the story after this, we're trying to discover his past, we're trying to see why he did all this stuff, why he's evil and such. But we never really come up with a reason. I mean, granted, eventually we do, but at this point in the story, we kind of don't. We're just kind of wondering, why did he do all that? Why is he torturing everyone? What the hell? And slowly bits and pieces come out about, like, this character sleeping with this character, but choosing this character over this character. And then there was this character being born into this situation, and that's why he does this specific thing this way. And then he blames his... It's weird. But, anyways, later in the story, bro is sent to a mental asylum, an intergalactic mental asylum, after being abducted by aliens to experiment on. So in the insane asylum, he's paired up with a buddy, a clone thing that takes form of a superhero to save everyone, specifically Tony, the Plutonian. Yeah, he does all that, and goes through the insane asylum, fighting trial after trial, specifically other insane prisoners who've been locked up a little further down in the prison. He beats them, but then he recruits them. There's like 3 of them. One of them he just recruits because, like, she turns him on because it's the only person who's been able to, like, hurt him. Very strange, very bizarre. But, you know, all that shit happens. He takes full, extremely powerful intergalactic threats back to Earth, where he says, this is essentially our playground now. It's good to be home. And then he carves his insignia into a continent, I think the United States. I'm going to put the continent up, and wow. He just kind of decimated that spot. And I guess that's it. I mean, I just wanted to show you some exhibits about how toxic and gross the Plutonian is, how powerful of a person he is, why he does nothing, because I didn't give you any explanations for anything. It's just like, why, what he's doing. Well, yeah. If you feel like reading Irredeemable, there's a lot of really redeeming qualities about it, and it's a very cool book. And you already feel like you're dropped off into a new universe after the fact when you're done reading it. It's very strange. It's very fun. If you're a fan of any evil Superman type media, definitely check it out. But for today, I'm signing off. Have a good one. Ciao.